Tashi Delek and welcome to this maths class. Today I am going to start new chapter from geometry part, and we will be learning first chapters of geometry from class 9, that is lines and angles. And let's start with our lesson. And before we go towards the main lesson, we have to clear out lines and angle first. So you have already done this in class 7. You might have already done it clear, but I'm just going to revise this one because this lines and angles in this chapters we have to clear a few concepts. Once you get the concept clear, all the geometry part will be easy for you, especially when you reach in class 10 and there has got lots of questions related to this basic concepts. If you are not knowing the concept clear, it will be tough for you to solve and clear out your problems. So let me start and clear out the doubt, clear out the concept first. First, what is line? Line is a straight one-dimensional figures which we cannot measure length. So let me give an example. See here, line. Line. Let me draw the diagram so that you can get it more clear. So I'll draw the diagram. So line is like this, having arrow both the side. That means there is no end point. So we can have line as no end point. No end point. There is no end point. If there is no end point means what? We cannot measure the length of a line at all. Line, for line we cannot measure. I'll write it in this way. We cannot measure length of a line. Correct? So this is called as line. So I'll represent this one. We can just call the name also. How do you name this line? A and B. When you call the name of this line, you can call in this way. So A, B, put it both arrow. This is called as line. We can just write it in this way and we can represent it in this way. A, B, and on the top you can just write it in arrow way like this. Understood? Next come to line segment. Line segment is just a part of a line. Line segment. So what is meant by line segment? Again, you have already done in earlier class. So here, I'll just revise this one. So line segment is again a line which has two end point. It is a line, but it has two end point. So line segment has. Now let me draw the diagram. And what kind of figure you are having? If there has got two end point, let me write it here, A and B. So here this is called as line segment which has two end point. Two end point. Now AB we can measure easily. We can measure the length of AB easily. So when you write it down, line has. Line segment has two end point. Two end point. Two end point, and which can also measure. We can also measure length of a line segment easily. Understood? So when you represent, how do we name this line segment? You can write it A, B, put it like this. Now when we go further, we can just learn this one. Ray is also a part of ray. Now you can just heard this words ray and ray. How do you define ray? A ray is also a line which has one end point. Ray has one end point. When you draw the diagram, what kind of diagram you are getting? See, from one point you can just put it like this. And another side there is an arrow, and other side you can get an end point. So there is one end point. We can write it in this way, A, B. So ray also has one end point, and we cannot measure. We cannot measure ray. We cannot measure length of the rays. It goes from here, it's infinity, so we cannot find it out. We cannot find the length of this ray. Understood? So how do we define and how do we name this ray? So when you name and when you represent this in your maths, how do you represent? You can just put in this way. On one side you can just draw in this arrow like this. So this is called as ray. And after ray it comes, after ray what kind of concept we will be getting? Angles. Now angle will be getting. So what is meant by angles? Angle is formed when two rays originated from one vertex. Then you can get an angle. So when two rays, I'll draw the diagram. So see here, yes. You can get an arrow like this. See here, this is an angle, and see here there's got one vertex. We can put it here C, and this is a point here, one point here A, another point here B. So here this is the angle, this is an angle which is formed by two rays from one vertex. So you can just write it down, two rays, when two rays originate from one vertex. When two rays originate from one vertex, then it is called as angles. Understood? So some of you are, when you reach in class 10, some of the students are finding difficult in naming the angles. Okay? So when you name your angles, how do you write the name of an angle? Please do remember your vertex. Vertex has to keep in the middle. Okay? When you what is the name of this angle? You can call in this way: angle ACB. ACB. Keep your, always keep your this one vertex in the middle. Okay, in the middle you have to keep your vertex. Otherwise, you can name it easily. You can just take your arm and one point here A and C B. Okay, and in otherwise, when you write in this way, see, suppose you can get in this way: P, Q, and R. So see, which one is your vertex? Q. So what is the name of this angle? The name of this angle is P, Q, and R. Angle P, Q, and R. Why I'm telling you? Because some of the students are finding difficult in naming the angles. That's why I'm just repeating this again. Understood? So this is called as an angle. Understood? And in angle also you have to get little clear on the types of an angle. I'll just do it a little faster because you have already done in earlier classes. Okay, let me do it fast. Types of an angles. Types of an angles. Okay, I'll write it fast. So what are the types of an angles? Okay, so first of all, do you remember the right angles? I'll do it fast. Right angles. First one is right angle. What is meant by right angles? And angles whose measure is 90 degree exact. If your angle is exactly 90 degrees, then it is called as right angles. Okay, 90 degree. If your angle is exact 90 degree, then it is called as right angles. So what kind of angles you are getting? See, like this. So here exactly perpendicular, one line, this ray is perpendicular to another ray, so this is called as right angles. Understood? And now same here, okay, second one, acute angles. Acute angles, okay, see here. Now if your angle is less than 90 degrees, if your angle is less than 90 degrees, okay, less than 90 degree means what? This is 90 degree. If it goes down, so it will be less than 90 degrees. So when I draw like this is your first ray and your second ray is not straight, it goes down in this way. If it is go down in this way, so that means this angle is less than 90 degree. This straight one is 90 degree, and if it goes in this way means what? It is less than 90 degrees. Understood? You are getting less than 90 degree. So here this is called as an acute angles. Understood? And the third one, obtuse. Okay, now obtuse angle. What is meant by obtuse angle? And angles whose measure is more than 90 degrees. If it is more than 90 degrees, okay. If your angle is more than 90 degrees. So what kind of angle you are getting? Again, this is your ray. So first ray and second ray, this straight means 90 degree and it has to go farther. So when you go like this, it goes farther like this and then it is forming an angle. This straight one is 90 degree, it is more than 90 degrees, so that is called as obtuse angle. This kind of angle is called as obtuse angle. And the fourth one here, right angle, acute, obtuse. Now you can get a this one, straight angle or a reflex angles. Reflex. What is meant by reflex angle? Okay, reflex angle means what? If your angle is more than 180 degrees, angle is your angle, the two rays is forming an angle, that angle has to be more than 90 degree, okay, more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. If your angle, if two rays is forming an angle whose measure is more than 180 and less than 360, then it is called as reflex angle. What kind of angle is this? So again, the first ray is this one. And if it is an acute, any acute angles, so this whole thing is your complete angles, and this is less than, okay, this angle is acute angles. So the remaining part, more than means from here to here, and this angle, the angle forming outside, the outer part, is called as reflex angles. Correct? Whole one is 360 degree. It is less than 360 degree, but this is more than 90 degree, more than 180 degree. So this angle is called as this part. This angle is called as reflex angles. Understood? And now the fifth one here, you will be getting straight angles. And what is meant by straight angles? Straight angle means an angle whose measure is 180 degree exactly, straight line. If two rays, one ray is coming this way, yes, your first ray goes this way, and same here, this is the vertex, and second ray goes opposite to this side. If you goes this opposite to this side, then from here again there is an angle forming, and this angle is called as straight angle. So forming exactly 180 degree. If your angle is measured, an angle whose measure is exactly 180 degree, then it is called as straight angles. Okay, and the sixth one is complete angles. So what is meant by complete angles? So complete angle means what? Complete angle means what? Again, two rays are there. This is first ray and the second ray. This one is just the upper part. Okay, upper part. And then again here, this one is the lower part. Complete means whole circle, forming an angle from here till here, and then it is forming how much angles? 360 degree, exact 360 degree. It is forming exact 360 degrees. So it is called as complete angles. And this already you have done in class 7, but I am repeating here. Why? Because these are very important basic concepts you have to get clear, so that it will be helping you in the exercise we are going to do. Understood? So these are the types of angles: right angles, acute angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle, straight angle, complete angle, by looking at your angles forming. Okay, if your angle is 90 degree, it is called as right angle. If your angle is less than 90 degree, it is called as acute angle. If your angle is more than 90 degree, it is called as obtuse angle. If your angle is more than 180 degree and less than 360, then it is called as reflex angle. And if your angle is exactly 180 degree, then it is called as straight angles. At last, if your angle is complete, full circle, it is forming full circles. If your angle is from here to here, it is forming full circle, then it is called as 360, complete angles. Understood? These are just a general and a concept, basic concept you have to learn in lines and angles. Okay. So next we are going to clear out few concepts based on pairs of angles. Okay. So let's start here. Pairs of angle. The first one is, and the words might be very clear, familiar to you, complementary angles. So what is meant by complementary angles? Yes. Complementary angle means what? When you sum of two angles. If you sum of two angles to get 90 degree is called as complementary angles. Okay. For example, you can get like this. Okay. Suppose you are getting in this way, two rays forming in angles, and there's got one more angles here. So when you get here x and y, so here two angles are there. So here two angles, this is one angle, this is another angle. When you sum of two angles, if you are exact getting 90 degree, then it's always called as complementary. So x and y are the pair of angle, pair of complementary angles. Understood? So we know that x plus y is always equals to 90 degree. If it is forming in this way, if your x plus y is exact getting 90 degree, means it is x and y are complementary angles. Understood? Okay, next comes the second one, supplementary. So what is meant by supplementary? Supplementary angle means what? Again, a pair of angles are there. When you sum up two angles, to get 180 degrees called as supplementary angles. Understood? So for example, it can be straight line or it cannot be straight line also. So sometime you are getting question, same like this. So you can get in this way. When you add it up, first angle, second angles. Let's see, x and y. X and y, you are exact getting 180 degree, or sometime, not only all the time you are getting in this way, sometime your angle will be getting in this way. See here, when I write in this, there is one angle x and there has got another angle y, angle y. So here you have got x and y. So these both are angles. When I write it down, x plus y is exact getting 180 degree. If you add up these two angles, it is exact getting 180 degree means what? X and Y are supplementary angles. Understood? Same here, when you add up X and Y, if you are exact getting 180 degree means what? X and Y are the pairs of supplementary angles. Understood? So same here, when I give here angle like this, okay? Let's see here, 100, okay? So if this is 100 degree and if this X is, okay, 80 degree, so if you sum up 100 plus 80 degree, how much you are getting? Exact 180 degree. When you add up two angles to get 180 degrees, always called as supplementary. So that means X and Y are the pair of supplementary angles. Understood? So it can be anything. Sometimes students are confused with linear pair, because if it is getting in this way, it can be a linear pair also. And supplementary means any angles, any two angles added up to get 180 degrees called as supplementary angles. Understood? Okay, next I'm going to start. Third one is adjacent angle. Adjacent angles. So adjacent angle means, pair of adjacent angle means what? This kind of, okay, let me draw the diagram so that you can get it clear. So when I draw an angle like this, see here, neighboring angle, sort of, you can just call as neighboring angle. So X here and Y here, okay, two angle. X and Y are two angles, and both are having one common vertex. Do you remember having here? So let's say this is O. O is the common vertex for both angle X and Y. And say suppose here P. OP is the common arm for both X and Y. Both angle X and Y. And there's got another two arms are there which are not a common at all. So let's see here Q and R. And QOR and OQ are two arms, means opposite to, means not opposite, either side of a common arm. Understood? So now adjacent means what kind of angles and what kind of conditions do we need? First of all, should have one common. Okay, I'll write it down. Should have one common vertex. Again here it is exact getting one common vertex. And the second one should have one common arm. One common arm. In between this there has got one common arm. So OP is one common arm. And then non-common arm. Non-common arm, common arm are on either side of, common arm. Common arm. Got it? So your non-common arm is lying on either side of the common arm. If common arm is there, one is here and other is here. So here this X and Y is exact called as adjacent angles. Understood? Sometime you can get a question confused with this. Okay, see here you can get an example like this. So when I write in this way, there's got few other angles. So see here, let me write it here X, Y, okay, X, Z, let me write it here Z and Y. So this is O. Okay, now see, if I ask is X and Y adjacent angles or not? So in the case of X and Y, so here the condition is not fulfilling. Got it? So X and Y, for X and Y, one common arm is there, but there is no common arm. No common arm is there in between X and Y. Got it? So we cannot call as X and Y is not called as adjacent angle. So adjacent angle is always called as a neighboring angle. We can just call as neighboring angle. Who is near? Okay, near to this one, X, Z. So X and Z is called as adjacent angle. Z and Y is called as adjacent angle because having one common arm and common vertex. You have just look at it only these conditions. Okay, two conditions. Should have one common arm and one common vertex. Then it is called as adjacent angle. Do you get it clear on adjacent angles? Okay, this is called as adjacent angles. Understood? Now coming towards the fourth one is linear pair. Linear pair of angles. So what is meant by linear pair? Linear pairs. So we have to use most of the questions and most of the problems you have to use linear pair, linear pair. So many linear pair you have to use. And what is meant by linear pair? Linear pair means what? When you add up two and more than two angles on the straight line. If it is getting 180 degrees, okay, if it is getting 180 degrees, then it is called as linear pairs. Correct? When you add up two and more than two angles to get 180 degrees called as linear pairs. Okay. So see here, for example, when you get like this, see here, this one. Okay. So you have already done earlier. So I'm just going to revise this one. That will be helping you in the next exercise. Okay. See, when I write in here X, okay, let's see here, just put it here 30 degree. So if you are getting question like this, find x. Do you remember? You might have done this in class 7 or 8. And if you remember, just try to recall, okay? So when you get this kind of question, how do you find x? So x can easily find by using linear pair. What do you do? So we know that angle x plus 30 degree is exactly equals to 180 degree. Why? It is on one line, straight line, therefore it is exact getting 180 degree, complete angles. Understood? So this is linear pair. You can write, when you give the reason, you can write in this way, linear pair. So what kind of answer you are getting? X is equals to 180 degree minus 30 degree, shifting this to other side. So your x value is how much? 150 degree. So you can find the x value easily by using linear pairs. Correct? So linear pair means adding 2 and not only 2 but more than 2 also. If you add up more than 2 angles, let's see example. This is first, and let me give a simple example. See, sometime you can get a question in this way. See here, I'll just give here and here like this, okay? So here you can write it down x and okay, let's see, put it here, any value 40, and here I'll just put it here 80. So now sometime your questions may get it, find x. So how do you find a value of x? Again, this is on a line, on the one line, straight line. So again, when you add up 3 angles, you are exact getting 180 degree. We are using linear pair. So let's see here, x plus 40 degree plus 80 degree is exact getting 180 degree. Why? Because it is on one straight line. So this is straight line. So you can give the reason linear pair. Linear pair. Yes, write it down, linear pair. So how much? Okay, x plus, add these two up. How much you are getting? 80, 120 degree is equals to 180 degree. So x is equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So at last you will be getting how much? 60 degrees. So you can get it easy, or more than 3 angles also. Whenever you are adding 2 and more than 2 angles to get 180 on the straight line, then always it is getting 180 degrees. Correct? That is called as linear pair. Understood? Okay, now let me do the last one, that is vertically opposite angles. Okay, fifth one is vertically opposite angles. Opposite angles. So what it means? One line, I'll just write it down, and second line. If 2 lines are intersecting each other, let's see, take it L and M. The name of your line is L and M, and then it is forming an angle. So what kind of angles you are getting? See here, if 2 lines are intersecting, we are getting 4 angles. Got it? If you are intersecting more than 2 angles, means you can get more than 4 angles you will be getting. Okay. Right now I'm just going to take down 2 angles. When you are intersecting 2 lines, we are getting 4 angles. What are those 4? We can just give it example here like this: A, and take it here B, C and D. Got it? So what it states here, vertically opposite angle means if 2 lines are intersecting each other, then all the time your opposite angles are always equal to each other's. Correct? So if you want to prove, how do we prove? Okay, see, what are the opposite angles? A and C. Yes, see, A is equals, angle A is exactly equals to angle C. This is the first opposite angle. And second one is angle D is exactly equals to angle B. If you are still getting a doubt, you can prove by yourself. I'm just going to tell you how do we prove that vertically opposite angles are always equal. Let me do here, and again you can just come to know how to prove the theorems. Okay, whenever you are writing a theorems, you have to write few procedures. What you have to write? First of all, you have to write the given in a figure, and in a question what else is given, you have to write that fast. Okay, so we are going to prove vertically opposite angles. Okay, let me prove here. Okay, first of all, what you have to write it down? Given has to write fast all the time. When you write the given, what else is given here? Line, 2 lines are there. Okay, you can write the given 2 lines. What are those lines? Line L and M are intersecting each other. Intersecting each others. Okay, each others. Okay, at somewhere else. Okay, just put it here. Okay, O. If it is O, just add O. Got it? This is your given. And then after given, always try to write to prove. So what is meant by to prove in theorems? To prove means what? To prove means what you are going to prove. Okay, what is your question? What you are going to prove? And you are going to prove this one. in vertically opposite angles, two opposite angles are equal, you are going to prove this too. Got it? So write, this is your to prove. So write it down. Angle A is equals to angle C and angle D is equals to angle B. You are going to prove. Okay. Now how do we prove? Okay. That we don't need any new constructions, so you don't have to write constructions. Okay. Let's start with the last one, that is proof. How do we solve? So solving things, you can just write it proof. Okay. So here when you write it down, do write. First of all, you can just write, where is your A? A is over here. A and B are on one straight line. So you can write it down on line M. On line M, what are there? What angles are there? So angle A plus angle B is exactly equals to 180 degree. You can just write it down, linear pair. Write it down, linear pair, take it as first. Got it? And the second one, see here, yes? C, we need C. Where is your C? C is over here, which is also B is common here. A, B already taken down. So there is a common B is there. So it will be better to take this too. Where is C and B? C and B are on line L. So write it down on line L. Line L, angle C. Yes, angle C is there. Angle C plus angle B is equals to 180 degree. Again write it down, linear pair. You can write it down, linear pair. Second. You get it? And after writing down this two, now from 1 and 2. From these two equations, from 1 and 2, we get, what we are going to get it? From 1 and 2 we get, see here, 180 and 180 exact same. If these two are same means what? This is exactly equals to this one. So do write this, okay, the ones left hand side of the equations, both the equations, write it down. So A plus B, angle A plus angle B, which is exactly equals to angle C plus angle B. Okay. A plus B I've written here, and the second one C plus B I've written here. So B and B same means you can cancel. So okay, angle B can cancel. What are left? So angle A is exactly equals to angle C. Do you get this clear? So we prove that angle A is exactly equals to C. That means opposite angles are exactly equals to each other. Similarly for the other side. And second one, you don't need to prove it, just write it down. Similarly, angle D is also equals to angle B. If you prove this one, the other side is also same. You have to prove in this way, exactly getting angle D is exactly equals to angle B. Correct? So two opposite angles are always equals in this vertically opposite. Vertically opposite angles, pair of vertically opposite angles are always equal. If two lines are straight, intersecting each other, then all the time vertically opposite angles are always equals. Understood? Okay, now if you know this one, vertically opposite angles, linear pairs of angles, okay, and then yes, adjacent angles, supplementary angle. If you know this, okay, yes, properties and theorems, okay, clearly, then it will be really helpful to do your exercise from your text also, and in class 10 also lots of questions are based on this, okay, theorems, okay, theorems and the properties. So it will be, okay, now let me, okay, show you one exercise, okay, one or two exercise, so that it will be helping you to do another exercise. Okay, now in class 9 you will be getting question in this way. You will be getting this kind of questions. See in figures, line AB, where is your line? Line AB and CD intersect each other at O. And if AOC, it's given here. AOC, where is AOC? AOC is this one. AOC and BOE. When you add up these two angles, AOC and BOE is exact getting 80 degree. And the second one and BOD, where is BOD? So here BOD, this angle is also given. This BOD is given 30 degrees. So this is given 30 degree. Got it? 30 degree. And then your question is find BOE. Where is BOE? You have to find BOE. And then second one you have to find reflex angle COE. Where is COE? COE. You have to find these two. You have to find first this one. And then if you know this one, you can find a reflex angle easily. Understood? So let me do and first find COE. Okay, how do we find COE? So when you write the solutions, see here. And BOE is easy to find it out. It will be better to start finding COE first. Okay, so how do we find COE? Where is COE lie? COE is on which line? AB. So you can write in this way, on. Okay, when you write the solutions, on line AB. We have already done in linear pair, and in linear pair, what you have learned, if it is on a straight line, whatever angles, how many angles you are getting, and if you add up all the angles, you are exactly getting 180 degrees. So AB is a straight line. So see here, on line AB, what angles are there? You can write it down. Angle, that yellow one, AOC. AOC plus the another yellow one, BOE. Angle BOE and plus what else is not given? COE. When you add up all these three, you are exactly getting 180 degree. 180 degree. What kind of reason? In maths you have to write all the time reasons, okay? In the bracket, what you have used? Okay, you have used here linear pair. So do write it down here. Your reason is linear pair. You can write in this way, linear pair in the bracket. Okay, now you have already known this one. Where is AOC and BOE? AOC and BO is already given, that is 80 degrees. So do write it. Write it down, 80 degree plus COE. Write it down, COE, which is exactly equals to 80 degrees. Understood? Now find it out, COE, which is exactly equals to 180. And this one has to remove, means what? You have to subtract to that side. When you shifted this to other side, you have to just put it minus here, 80 degree. So COE is easy to find it out. 180 minus 80, you will be getting 100 degrees. So your COE is how much? 100 degrees. So if you know this is 100 degree, means what? You have to find the reflex angles. What is meant by reflex? Reflex means other than this. So that means this whole from here to here, it is called as reflex angles. So how do you find this one, reflex angle? Write it down. So reflex angle COE. To find the reflex angle COE, you have to know COE first. So you have already known COE. Now how do you find reflex angles? Reflex angle means what? You have to subtract from where? You have to subtract from complete angles, means 360 degrees. So 360 degree minus the non-angles. Which one is your inner angle? COE. Subtract angle COE. So it's written here COE. Subtract COE. So how much? Okay, so when you get here, COE is already found here. So that is, okay, how much? 100 degree. So when you subtract, you are getting how much? 260 degrees. So you found this one easily, okay? So now COE is got it. Why we are finding COE? To find the reflex angle COE, you are finding COE first and then find it out, okay? After finding out this, still we have to find one more angle, that is BOE. Now where is BOE? So BOE is over here. BOE is over here. Now you have already known this 100 and this is 30. Now this is easy to find it out. Now check. Where is this, okay, angle lie? On which line? So again, can you get it? This angle 130 and this angle is lying on which line? Line CD. So I can write it here. Second, on. So now write it down. On line CD. On line, yes, line CD. Okay. On line CD, when you added up angle 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3, you are exact getting 180 degree. So what is this angle? Angle COE plus angle, this one given one, BOD, angle BOD plus, what is the unknown angles? BOE. So angle BOE is exact equals to 180 degree. Again, what reason you are going to give it? Linear pair. You are going to write it here, linear pair. This is the reason you are going to write it here. So linear pair. That's why I said it here, linear pair is very important in every exercise, okay? So now see, what is COE? That is 100 degree plus, what is BOD? That is 30 degree. Already got it. So here, BOE is equals to 180 degrees. So add these two up. How much you are getting? 130 degree plus BOE. So that is 180 degree. So BOE is equals to 180 degree minus, again you have to remove this 130. So subtract from this will automatically remove. Okay. So here 130 degree. So BOE, how much? If you subtract 180 to 130, subtract from 180, you will be exact getting 50 degrees. So at last, don't leave your answer in this way. You can write it down. Therefore, what is your question? As I did. Okay. Therefore, BOE is equals to 50 degree and another one, reflex angle, you have to find it out. So reflex, okay, reflex angle COE is equals to 260. So these two are exact your answers. So you are presenting your answer in this way. Do you get it clear? And let me do the another exercise. So I'll just take it to exercise. Okay, next we are going to do the second exercise. So this one, okay, in figure line XY, see line XY and MN intersect each other is O, and then POY is given already, 90 degree, that is given. So and one more, okay, clue is given, that is A is to B is equals is in ratio given 4:5. In ratio means there has one common, okay, value is there, let that be taking as X, okay. So I'm just going to solve this one. How do we solve this kind of questions? First of all, yes, this is given in ratio means you can put here like this. Let the common ratio be, let the, okay, common ratio be, okay, ratio be X. You can just put it ratio be X. There is the one common value or the ratio that be X. I'll just take it X. So now if you are taking the common ratio be X means what? You can take here A. So your A is equals to 4X. You can write it down. Your B is equals to 5X. You have already known A and B. Now see, where is your C? C is over here. Now what else you know? Where is your line? MN is one line and XY is another line. So now line XY, on line XY we have know this angle is already known it, and A and B almost known it, not full, but we are just knowing part. So you can find the, okay, value easily, okay. So you are going to find this one fast. So write it down on which line? On line, we are going to take down which straight line, linear pair you are going to use, okay. Line XY, on line XY we are going to add all those, okay, angles. So write it down, angle B plus angle A plus, and this one, what is the name of this angle? You can just name the angle POY. Angle POY is equals to 180 degree. What reason you are going to give it? Linear pair. Again we can write it down here, linear pair. So here, so now we know this one. What is your P? Not exact full value you are not getting, but you are in this way, okay. See, unknown is there. So write it down 5X plus, what is your A value? 4X. You have already done algebraic expressions or algebraic this polynomial, you have done it, so it will be easy for you, okay. So plus POY, where is your POY? That is 90 degree, 90 degree. So you can write it down 180 degree. So add these two up, these two are the like term. When you add these two up, 5 plus 4, you are getting 9X. 9X plus 90 degree is equals to 180 degree. And now 9X is equals to how much? 180 upon, okay, minus, you can shift it this one, 90 degree here. So 9X is equals to 90 degree, and X is equals to 90 degree divided by 9, cancel and cancel, how much you are getting? 10. So your value of X is equals to 10. That means what is your A value and B value? Easy to find it out. So you can write it down, your A value. Your A, angle A is how much? 4X. So put the value directly. 4X means what? 4 multiplied by 10. 4 multiplied by 10. Your angle A is 40 degree, and you can find angle B. What is your angle B? 5X. 5X. So put the value. 5 multiplied by 10. You are getting how much? 50 degrees. So you found this one. Angle A and B, got it. Now what is your question? Find angle C. Where is your angle C? Angle C is on which line? Line MN. So you can take it down. Say second, the first one you can take in this way. And now come towards second to find your last questions, okay. So on which line? On line, you can write it in simple way, on line MN. MN, if there is a line, straight line, you can always use a linear pair, got it. So we can just find one line, MN, on an MN, you can just get this one, B and C. So write it down, angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. And in the bracket, what do you need to write it down? Linear pair again. The reason has to write it linear pair. Understood? So linear pair. Now what is your B? B is already given 50. So write it down 50 degree plus angle C is not given 180 degree. So angle C is equals to 180 minus 50. Can shift it to other side. That is 50 degree here. So angle C is equals to 130 degrees. So at last you got your answer. So therefore, hence or therefore, angle C is equals to 30 degrees. So this is your answer. So you can write your answer in this way. Once you know this one, linear pair is very important, and you can sometimes you have to use supplementary angle also and complementary. Whatever you have learned the concept before, it will be using in your exercise. So do use it proper so that it will be easy for you. Understood? So with this, I end up with this topic today. And though I have already done 2 exercises, and they will be having lots of exercise from your textbook, and especially you can do exercise 6.1 from class 9 text. And if you are still getting doubt and problem, you can ask me through Tibet TV. And okay, thank you for now, and see you in the next sessions.